How's everybody doing? Thank you for your patience. Okay, I think we are live. Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? We are live on YouTube. So excited. I think we are live. Hello, hello. All right. How's it going, everybody? We are live on YouTube. So excited. Hi, Trish. Hello, hello. Hello. I'm just getting everything sorted. Hello, Melissa. How's everybody doing today? We are live on YouTube. So excited. Okay, we got a little feedback, so I got to figure that out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Feedback should be gone. Just give me a second, guys. Just getting all this stuff sorted. It's wonderful to have you all here. Super excited. And just getting everything, first time on YouTube, everything is a little slightly different. So awesome. How are we doing? How's the week been for everybody? There we go. Okay. Yay. Okay, so we are going to get started. So if you guys have any specific questions you want to ask, feel free. Again, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm live, like, holy crap, this is amazing. I'm so excited. Today is August the 21st. For those who do not know me, I'm Crystal Sayers, and I'm excited to be here. You can watch the replay later on as well. And just really excited to be launching some new stuff. So Source Spirit's been really encouraging me to get out here and to begin to share. So we're just going to hop right into it. I'm going to do some readings. If you guys have specific questions, feel free just to pop those in the chat. Of course, just remembering that whatever you share is public. So keep that in mind as well. And yeah, let's see. Okay, what do we have for Trish? All right, let's see. Trish has had a great week. Hi, Venus. Lovely to have you on. So good to see you here. Very excited. All right. I'm just opening up my phone because sometimes there's a bit of a lag, right? So if it comes through one or the other, that's helpful. Okay. Trish says, would love whatever you have to offer. Okay, awesome. Well, let's see what comes up for you, Trish. When I tune into you, the first thing that comes up is like your feet, and it's your left foot. And what I'm seeing is almost like as if the foot was a bit swollen and you've got it propped up a little bit, just to take a little bit of the pressure off. I'm just seeing what is that about. Feels like there's some some healing needed there in that left foot, like the lymphatic system is sort of needing to move some of the fluid, and we're just going to connect that into your heart chakra today as well. Just take a few deep breaths. For those who don't know me, I do everything from intuitive tarot, oracle channeling messages from source and other beautiful light beings that are here to serve us. Sometimes I go into light language, so a combination of things. So you might see all of those things or just a few tonight. We'll just see what comes, and I just go as led. So back to you, Trish. So what I'm just getting for you is, yeah, so we're just connecting into the heart chakra, and there's some grief being released there. So it's the grief, when it's healthy, helps us to let go and move on. So it's there to support us in being able to shift forward and move forward. And again, it's linking to the feet because it's about taking steps forward. And the left side represents aspects of the feminine energy. So it's connected to feminine as well as emotions or the past. There's also some generational things coming up as well. So let's see. I feel like I'm supposed to pull some cards actually around the generational stuff that's being released. So let's see what's coming up. If you guys are just hopped on, feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And we're just doing a little mini read for Trish, and we've got some generational things popping in here. So what came up actually was the Emperor, and the Emperor was upside down. So this, what was coming up with this is around a lack of power or authority, sort of generationally. So feels like it is on the female or the feminine side. It's not that it feels like it's mixed with from both your mother and father, but generationally, it's like coming through some of the feminine side in terms of feeling a little bit a lack of power and empowerment. And so it just feels like there's a bit of a shift coming here. Yeah, I'm just hearing for you, Trish, that there's a shift coming, and we've got the star coming up as well. So the star, this relates to shining, things being illuminated in the darkness on the backdrop of contrast, right? So you've got light and darkness. So you've got this contrast, which actually will allow for greater levels of illumination. And so what I'm seeing is like this illumination coming, and then you're being like pushed or propelled. It's not really pushed, you're being propelled forward. It's like you're flying through the air. So there's a feeling of some catapulting that was taking place. So some of this was actually just sort of making it a few, it just feels like there's a few areas where you felt a little bit held back in some ways, and some of that was generational. And so this is, even as we're observing it, this is part of like the shifting out of that as well. And the beautiful thing with this is actually, this is about being empowered, and it's the empowerment with the feminine. And so this is about that co-creator piece with the feminine energy. So the feminine energy has a lot of creative power within it. And so it's not just all about going with the flow, but it's what do you want to create? So I feel like you've been doing that, but I just keep hearing spirit say, there's more, there's more. So I hope that helps. And just tap over your heart. Just take a couple nice deep breaths, Trish. Tap over your heart. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lori. Great to have you guys on. Yeah. Few deep breaths. Yeah. And what I just saw was just a shift through your body, Trish, happening as well. So awesome. Awesome. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, exciting times. Very exciting times. Okay, let's see, who else do we have here? So I'm just kind of like going through the list and whoever I feel drawn to. So I might come back to you. Doesn't mean I've left things, but I am getting to go to Melissa. And we're gonna go to this. It's called the Light Seers Tarot. And let's see what comes up for Melissa. Trish says 1 year on the 31st. My daughter's passing. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So that's a pretty big milestone and a significant time. Hey. Hi, Linda. Yeah. Okay. Just felt some releasing. I'm like, sometimes like you might feel burping and you might have gas, or you might have tummy gurgles or tingles and different things like that. So yeah. Thank you, Venus, for sharing. Yeah, if you guys can share, that would be great. Would love that. If you just became a subscriber today and I haven't seen that yet, let me know that you have, because I will put you in for a draw. I'm doing a draw when I hit 50 subscribers. So yeah. All right. So back to Melissa. Let's see what's coming up. I'm getting the word home for you. Home in the sense of belonging. And what I'm getting as well as like around being comfortable in your own skin, Melissa. And the card that's coming up is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups relates to collaboration, community. As you can see, like there's three people here, and very much around sort of like purples and pinks. So a lot of celebration, and cups is related to like achievements and relationships and things like that as well. So this is like an achievement around creating community, but you're being encouraged to create community as well, and connection. And then the other card coming up for you, Melissa, tonight is also the Magician. So the Magician, this is awesome because, well, every card is awesome, but the Magician is beautiful because it's about the alchemy. It's about the mixing of different elements or different skills, abilities, that you already have to create something new. So I just get the word magic maker. So this also is about making magic. It's around miracles happening. And I'm just getting these words from a meme that says, keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable. Keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable. That's going to be happening, and helping to shift things for you is just opening up to what feels impossible right now. And I just feel like, not just for Melissa, but for many of us, any of us where we feel there is a limitation, the limitation is a lie, actually, because it's not the fullness of who you are or what you have access to or what's possible. And so you're being encouraged to open up to the I'm possible, the impossible, which actually is I am possible. So this is really about being in that space of understanding, and maybe even some new ideas coming in for you, Melissa, on how you can begin to mix some different things in terms of, feels like this is work, but it's also connected to home as well. So again, connections coming up with people as well for you. And so yeah, I just feel it's like it's really time for you to be at home in your own skin, in your own body, which actually you're being invited to really be present within your life. And sometimes when we're really present, we can have emotions and things like that that are uncomfortable that come up. But if you will give yourself permission to feel through that, it will actually support you in being able to transmute or transform those emotions so that you can move forward. So it just feels like you've kind of like, it's like you're hitting a little bit of a bump or a speed bump, in a way that just feels like a bit of an obstacle, but it's actually a limitation, but it's actually not. So the lie is that it's an obstacle. And this is more about like seeing things from a different perspective and bringing in all of the skills and the abilities and the things that you've learned into your present moment, and going, not is this possible, but how can it be possible, right? It's opening up to what really is possible to you, even if you don't see it right now. So it just feels like you're being called to really open up a little bit more and understand that you have the ability to make magic. And the other thing coming in here is the King of Cups. And I feel like this is romance actually for you. So there's some romance there for you, Melissa, coming in as well. So I hope that helps. Would love your feedback. If you guys could share, you feel free to do that. That would be amazing. Hello, Amy. Thank you all for being here and for supporting me. And those who are watching later, I just so appreciate it. And, it's, stepping out, doing stuff like this, although I've been doing it for a while on Facebook. This is about sort of, again, coming into another space of of openness and coming out of hiding. It's time to come out of hiding. And so, spirit is making me eat my own words. Right. So, just because you might be having words shared, with you from myself, a lot of times I have to apply it. So if I haven't walked it yet, even if it's coming in and it's applicable to me, I will also go through a time of initiation, right? Initiations can be times where we feel, these speed bumps or challenges and things like that. And anyway, so yeah, really, really interesting. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Venus. You're amazing. Thank you for sharing as well. And yes, if you can hit the like button on the video, it also helps people to see it. That would be amazing. And Trish says, probably why the grief showed up in the foot. Yeah, it's like grief connecting into the heart chakra. So yeah, yeah, beautiful. Awesome. I'm so excited you guys are here. Okay, let's see who is next. Actually, I'm getting Venus is next. And I'm just going to go to this other card deck here. So I have the Spirit Animal deck by Colette Baron Reed. This is a beautiful deck as well. I'm just going to go into a little bit of light language. Melissa says, amazing. Thank you. Very accurate and what you're working on. Oh, beautiful. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. It's exciting. Awesome. Okay, back to Venus. I love the name Venus, by the way. So just some nice deep breaths. And anybody else who you feel you want to receive, light language can open up all kinds of things for us. It can activate DNA that is dormant. It can help support. That's what I feel like is actually coming through for you, Venus, is like, it's like an activation of dormant DNA related to gifts and abilities. So funny. I haven't even gone into the light language, but I'm getting stuff coming through. And what I'm seeing actually is like in other lives or other parallel lives, I see you flying. I see you flying at will. I feel like you have this happen in your dreams and things like that. And but there is also an ability in terms of actually like this feels like this is going to happen for you. I know it might sound like really crazy, but it feels like it's like you're going to tap into some of the skills and the abilities related to parallel or past lives that will really help propel you forward. That's what I'm seeing with the flying as well. So it's sort of like twofold. So just some nice deep breaths. And I am going to go into light language now, and we'll see what the message is too. There may be more with the message. Just take a few deep breaths. Orata kiata aya shokunarata mukunarata yara borra mukutu undara shiakata aya shokunara bukundara bayara bukutu uya shiara makata andara ba. Eara mukutu undara bayara bukura da yara shiara nakata andara to yoro bukutu. Iata ay shikiata ayoro mukutu undara bayara mukutu uya shiara mukutu undarata. Eara nakata aya shura nakata andara bukutu oya shia kata. So what I'm hearing from the guides is for this reason you were born. Like for this time, Venus, you were born. It's like this present time is really key for you in the context of like your soul's evolution. So they're talking about activations, the activating of the DNA related to skills and abilities that you've had before and are are having. And it's like it's to help shift you and to propel you forward, but it's like you needed to go there. They're just saying you needed to go through all this shit in order to there's an element of like to prove you're worthy, but it's not even that, because that's very sort of base. It's you are worthy, but it's like you had to go through all of this stuff in order to be initiated into the next level of your craft. Craft, that's the word. It's like craft. So there's something really powerful about, and they're just saying there's like new healing stuff coming in and online for you. And I'm just getting like the King of Swords. So in tarot, the King of Swords is like a lot around like intellect and our thinking, our thoughts. It's very much the King of Swords. He really knows who he is. This is a very masculine energy related to your skills, abilities, and stepping into this new craft. That's the word that they are bringing, because again, it's something that is also made. Craft is made. It's created. It's like they're showing me like pottery on a wheel, right? It's like really been worked, right? And it's not just something out there. It's related to the essence of who you are and what you bring forward, if that makes sense. So I'm just getting a little more. I'm just waiting to hear back, like just waiting for that phone call. What's coming in with the King of Swords as well is it's really about, they're saying maintain your position. So the King of Swords is sitting on a throne. There's a lot of blue around the King of Swords in this particular deck that I use. And that is all throat chakra, a lot around expression. But it feels like it's like you don't have to say many words. It's more about the energy that brings forth the expression of who you are, of your craft, of what you're going to say. I'm still getting to pull a card though, so let's pull a card and see what's coming up for you, Venus. Hello, hello. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Hello, what a lovely day, whomever you are. That's a nice one. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so for Venus, so card we're pulling is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is actually about there's several things, but what I feel like this is about for you is about actually having the upper hand. It's like you have the advantage. It would be like if you were in a battle and you were on the hill already, right? So it's like you have the upper hand. You already have what is needed in order to be able to be really strategic in what it is that you are doing. I feel like there's stuff with business for you. And they're saying, I just feel like your guys are saying, be single-minded, figure out the one thing and focus on that. And that is going to help propel you forward and give you the momentum. But the one thing includes several different elements. Again, it's like the magician coming in for you as well. So several different things mixed together, but it's like one thing that you are doing or are offering as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Venus says, so beautiful, incredible. You feel blessed to hear these messages. Yeah, lovely. It's my honor to serve all of you. Okay, let's see. Hi, Amy. Let's see what else is coming up here. Who else is, I'm just going to those that I feel really drawn to, except that it seems like I'm kind of going down the list. So that's cool. Don't worry, I won't miss you. Yeah, let's go to Lori. Just gonna pop my camera down a little bit. Let's go to Lori. Lori. You're just hopping on. If you guys can hit the like button on the video, that would be awesome. If you haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe, let me know that you've subscribed. Because once I hit 50, I'm entering all the first 50 people into a draw. So for those who haven't let me know, if you didn't let me know already, I won't get the message. Unfortunately, YouTube is not showing me all the different people who have subscribed. It's very random. Okay. Lori. It's interesting because the first thing I hear is speaking and speak up. That's what I'm hearing. Your guides are like, you are worthy to have what you want. And they're saying, Lori, you do not need permission. It's really interesting because I feel like your guides, they're in a loving but firm way. They're like, what are you waiting for? Create the position that you want. Don't wait for it to be given to you. It's like, so there's what I see happening internally is a shift from the things happening or the picture that I have, just because I know you a little bit, but what's coming in is like where you get that takeoff and then things fall flat. And it's like they're saying almost like in a way you're being encouraged to not wait to be told to take off from the airport, if that makes sense. So again, it's like creating the momentum that you want, not just energetically, but in terms of action as well. And I just feel like there's some balancing of frustration as well that you have been experiencing. I'm just going to pull some cards here around that as well. Like, what is it that is in the way of Lori having what she wants right now? What's the obstacle? So what comes up first for you, Lori, is the Hanged Man. So the obstacle, this is interesting. The obstacle is like feeling like you're being suspended, right? It's like being in this sort of feeling of being suspended in the air. And let's see what needs to happen in order to shift things. So what comes up is the Lovers. So the Lovers, it's not always about oneness, but what's coming up for you that I'm hearing is oneness. So there's something around single-mindedness and oneness again coming up for you as well. And it's like the intimacy, the romance. It's like what I'm hearing along with this is like, it's like there's more to life than even just some of the practical things that you are wanting to achieve. And they're wanting to remind you about you being infinite and timeless, that you really have all the time that you need in order to achieve everything you want, because you're so much bigger as a soul. This is about the soul's evolution. So there's something here about the romance of the destiny of like really falling in love. What's coming up with this is like, Lori, for you, when it's like I'll use this example because we just had the Olympics and I heard somebody use this and I thought, oh, that's such a great example. So the Olympics, you have these people who spend so much time working on their body and getting their body ready and all these competitions in order for what? For what? For the one moment where they experience the emotion related to the achievement. It's not even so, they want to achieve something, but the achievement is actually the feeling of actually having that. So there's something related to the connection associated with this that I feel like is coming up for you, Lori, and related to reconnecting. There's something around reconnecting more deeply with the emotion associated with the something. So there's something around what I'm getting is like the obstacle. They're like, the obstacle is that you're still feeling like somebody else is pulling the strings. You've got the hangman here. It's like someone else is pulling the strings in your life. And I feel like your guides are like, they're not. They're not. No one else can have that much control or power over you. And so you're just being encouraged again to fall in love with that the emotion that you are wanting to feel when you achieve this big goal that you have. And then after that, the last card here for you, Lori, is the Six of Swords. And this again is about going on a journey. There's darkness and there's light, so there's a lot of contrast, but also you see this person is wearing blue, which is connecting again to that authentic voice, your authentic voice. It just feels like it's like you don't need permission. You feel like you're suspended in air, but you are not. No one can have that much control over you. So it just feels like it's like just needing to really shift out of that. That's beautiful. Awesome. You are awesome. And look at this. The outcome is the Empress, fertility, creative power. This is what you're stepping into, Lori. I feel like that big shift for you right now. Yeah. It's like there's no need to hold back anymore. There's no need for you to feel suspended. Step forward and create, but connect with the emotion of of the achievement that you want to have. Okay, let's see who else. Okay, so Amy says lots of emotion coming up. Let's go to Linda. You guys all doing good? Venus says, I can't help but say, wow, again, that information's so incredible. Helps me keep hanging on. It's been a tough road. Yeah, I really felt that for you, Venus. It's okay. It's just, if you think about it this way, when we have a difficult time, a great way to look at this is, okay, I really don't like the feeling of this challenge that I'm experiencing. Source, help me to see or to understand what my upgrade is going to be. Because if things are delayed, so here's another thing, when things feel delayed for us, there is an opportunity for us to kind of go, oh, things are delayed. And again, that can make our heart sick, right? When there's these delays. But the other way that we could look at it is the longer the delay, the greater the upgrade. The longer the delay, the greater the upgrade. So no matter what happens, so again, this is about shifting our perspective in order to begin to shift the timeline. And oftentimes what happens is, like, you can even use reverse psychology on whatever's being delayed. Because in our mind, we're like, well, I want this to happen now. I want this to happen now. I want this to happen now. And the more that we focus on the lack of what we don't have, or the lack of where we are not, the more we focus on it, the more the universe gives us that experience. It's like, oh, okay, this is where we're going. So if we look at things just from the idea of everything is energy, and the universe doesn't love in a loving way, doesn't care. Okay. So if you're like, okay, you're on the lack train, okay, no problem. We'll give you more lack, because that's what you're focusing on. But the moment you go, well, you could use a reverse psychology is what I'm saying. So you could go, well, say you've got a party happening, and everybody's late. Nobody's on time. And you go, wow, I actually really hope everybody actually is late, because you know what? It gives me more time to straighten things up and prepare things and to make it look nice. But you got to like really feel into that. And it's hard, but it can be a reverse psychology kind of thing. And actually that can shift the energy. And the next thing you know, everybody starts showing up, right? The moment that you stop focusing on that, people will start showing up to the party. So in the same way, you can play with manifestation in this way. And again, thinking about the fact that if something is delayed, there may be a reason, yes, but I'd be like, well, it's going to be a really damn good reason, because I'm going to be receiving an amazing upgrade as a result of this. The longer it's delayed, the greater the upgrade. It's almost a rhyme. So you can use that and play with that. And I actually have done that, and I've seen things really short period of time. So it's been interesting to play around with the reverse psychology, as if I've let it go and it really just doesn't matter. And what you find is it starts becoming normal, that you just expect it. And then when it happens, you're like, okay, great, awesome. And once you manifest something, we're all on to a different thing, aren't we? It's like, okay, got that. Yep, I'm ready to manifest something else. So that's because we're creators, guys. It's because we're manifesting and creating all the time. Just most of the time, we're doing it very unconsciously. Now we get to step into the conscious piece and do it in a conscious way. So I hope that's helpful for people. You know, when you're feeling these delays, it can be very disheartening, and it can physically make us sick, actually, because we feel the sadness and the grief. And so in order to move it and transmute it, we need to validate it, but we also can begin to shift our perspective, which the moment you shift your perspective, you're literally one thought or one belief away from another reality. Literally. One thought, one belief away from a completely different reality. Okay. There's my preach for today. Awesome. All right, Linda. Let's go back to Linda. Linda had a question. Hello, Crystal. I've got pain in my left groin, hip, and glutes. Not sure what to do since I've tried almost everything. Your feet feel weird, pinched nerve. Yeah, when I was just looking at that, I just got actually that your sacrum needs to decompress. It's almost like it can be jammed up or sitting up a little higher than maybe it needs to. It feels like it's a little bit tilted a little on the left-hand side as well. So Linda, just take a few deep breaths. And if other people are feeling this kind of discomfort within that whole area, your hips, pelvis, the glutes, groin, this kind of area here, we're going to do a couple things. One is we're going to decompress the sacrum, and that is going to help support the movement of the muscles from the sacrum that run into the sit bones through the piriformis muscles. And then in addition to that, what I'm seeing actually, Linda, for you is your pelvic, the plates on the front where the pubic bone sits. The plates feel a little bit jammed up. And so we need to open up the pelvis. So we need to open up those, the pelvic plates as well on the pubic and the pubic area too. Just take a nice deep breath. And it's being defined by reborn. It's like about being reborn. Linda, you're in a time, you're in a season. I feel like this has been like 2-3 years of reborn for you. And it's like the time of being reborn is coming to an end, so that it's like the baby is moving into a new phase. So yeah, I feel like there's just like so much gentleness for you. Just tap over your heart, just as that stuff is just shifting out and we're just seeing all that moving. Nice deep breaths. There's just so much gentleness and so much love. Like I feel like there's all kinds of support for you from your guides, your angels. I'm just going to go into light language here for you as well. Ayakuto oyakanda andarataya kutandaria shara mukutur bur bukutu undarata yara bukata. Ia tata ia shakatata ia koto ui shikiatata ia koto ui shikatata ia bukuto that yara bakata yara bukuto yara body yara bukuta that. Hydration, hydration, hydration. So hydration of the cells. That's what I'm seeing happening. They're just like hydrating the cells. So this is the council coming in. So it's a council of light. So there are many different beings of light here to serve, and they're coming in. They kind of speak sometimes as one. And Linda, I feel like they're just saying, it's like, dear one, listen to us. You've been listening, but listen some more. Be gentle with yourself. The jarring that you experience at times within your body and your mind is because of some conditioning that you've experienced from past trauma. And we are removing some of this conditioning. This is part of the rebirthing and reborn aspect that is coming through right now. But it has literally taken these 2 and 3 years to move into this space where you are ready to receive what is rightfully yours. Dear one, your birthright is here for you. That which you feel you have lost even from and within your childhood and in the past and even past parallel lives, there is a rebirth taking place, and we are showing the vessel you coming into a lotus, as if you were being reborn from the place of purity. This is a return to innocence, dear one. You are innocent. You are returning to the place of innocence, and it is from that place that you will create purity, 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 light. So much light around you. You are loved. And we honor you and we honor this space, for there have been times where you have wondered if this life is worth living. And we can tell you, yes, 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 deep into your soul. Yes, this is the end of a significant cycle for you that you have been working out and working through for eons. This is the end, dear one, and this is why the rebirthing now, because you are ready to step into your power, ready to step into who you are with confidence as a queen, mature one, pure one, innocent one, loving one, compassionate one, benevolent one. This is what you are stepping into over this next year, dear one. Light, white, and purity. And that is all. Wow. How you feeling there, Linda? Lori says, yippee! I love it. That's awesome. Lori says she has to move again. This is good, Lori, actually. This move is good. If I just hear it's like clearing energy. Yeah, I know. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Who else do we have? Do we have Amy here still? Is Amy here? Thank you all so much for watching. Wonderful to have you. I will get through as many as possible. Sometimes the messages are longer and I just want to be here to serve. And many might find that certain messages that are for others will actually resonate with you. Take it. I call it eating the meat, spitting out the bones. If it resonates, bring it in and say, I receive that. I receive that. That's mine too. I will take that. Thank you very much. Right? You can have it. You can have it too. Okay. Amy. Amy's here. Lots of emotion. Yeah, I get grief as well. Just like clearing. So I just see it's like we're just clearing the Wei Qi or your aura, your magnetic field from stuff outside that's been affecting you, and then also things that you're processing internally. I hear the guide saying, this is easy, this is fun, this is simple, this is not hard, this is easy, this is fun, this is simple, this is not hard. It's like, it's in a very loving way. They're going like this on your forehead. This is easy, this is simple, this is fun, this is not hard. So they're like trying to get a message through for you to really connect with the easy, the simplicity, and the fun piece again. So again, they're saying return to innocence. So it's probably like a whole group of people here who are here, or those who come and watch later and watch the replays. One of the big messages here from Spirit is the return to innocence. This is the time of the return to innocence. Yes. Okay. So let's see what else is coming up for Amy. Yeah, so the Five of Pentacles comes up here, Amy. So what this is showing is some stuff around the manifestation in the material world. So it shows like two people on here, and one is begging, right? One is begging. This is showing that what I'm hearing is like you don't have to beg source for what you need. You need to call in what you need and expect it. So you're being called to a new level of expectation. And it's like, it's so funny because sometimes they like to swear, they go, let that shit go. Let that shit go. Let the begging mentality go. You are not a beggar. Some of this is like past trauma, past generational stuff. You are not your past generations. You are not that. You do not have to carry the weight of all of the experiences of your family on your shoulders. It does feel like there's some karmic clearing, meaning just like some things that sort of you've carried through the family line, and you're the one to break that. Actually, you're breaking the poverty spirit. So you're breaking the poverty spirit, and it does not have to be hard. Like, this is easy, this is simple, this is fun. Right? I love it. Awesome. Okay, that's what we have for Amy today. Hello, everybody. Wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. If you can just hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be going live regularly. Okay, let's go to, I'm just checking in. What a lovely day. So what a lovely day. If you're still here, let me know. This is awesome. This is easy. This is simple. This is fun. Woo-hoo! I love it. Awesome. Hello. What a lovely day. That's a good one. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you. So I'm using the animal deck. I was just led to use the animal deck. I've got something around Indigenous coming up for you. I just heard the word Indigenous. Do you have Indigenous connections? Your name is Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Indigenous connections. So I feel like your guides are wanting to say that you do. Oh, you do have Indigenous connections. Beautiful. Your guides are saying that your animal totem is a bear. And they're showing me like a female bear, and she is ferocious and loving as a mother. So there's a nurturing element there. So you have ancestors, yeah. But it's like they're coming in, they're bringing in some of the indigenous connection there, I guess you would say. Yeah, so they're showing me the bear. It's like you're connecting with the bear right now, like this season. So they just keep saying ferocious, ferocity. And you know what's really interesting, what's coming up here actually, and this is not just, this is for you, but I feel like this is for us. And that is that lots of times we can think, love and light, be love, be love. And sometimes we can have sort of the mentality that we kind of just let things go. And the reality is, though, is that love is one of the most powerful forces within the universe. Love is what has made us. Love is who we are. And the thing that comes up with this is that a mother would do anything to protect her child, right? So if someone was harming the child, a mother who loved the child might be ferocious, right? So there is a protective piece here as well. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like love that is so strong that it's ferocious. It will protect, right? So I get that this might be a strong word, but like, what if, like, a child was under a vehicle, and we've heard these stories where women would just literally go and pick up the truck and move it so the child could get out. That level of strength can come from such deep love. And so I feel like there's a connection here with that bear, that protective love, if that makes sense. And the other thing that came up here for you was the bee. So it's the bee, and it says, sweet results await. Sweet results await. So it's like, let love lead you, but understand that love also is not passive. Love is active, actually. So there's action as well. So it doesn't have to be ferocious, but for whatever reason, that's what they're bringing in for you, is that ferocity. And then at the same time is the dove. So the dove coming in and it says, be peace. So be peace, sit in your power, know who you are. This is a time of some rediscovery around your own voice, your authenticity, and that mama bear type of energy that is ferociously loving. So I hope that helps you, Nicole. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Beautiful. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it. And I'm excited for all of you to see like what else is coming up. Okay, so Mary, are you still here? Mary C. Mary C. Awesome, awesome. Oh, everybody just take a breath. I feel like we're kind of like coming ungrounded at the moment. So we're just gonna like reground. And as you breathe in, just imagine and see all of that breath coming like right down into the trunk of your body, into your root. Nice deep breaths. And I'm just putting a grounding plate underneath us just to support the grounding and feeling of centeredness. Yeah, I just feel like we just went whoo, down in. Great. Awesome. Okay, so who's still here? Let's see what else we could do here. I got a few more minutes. Awesome. Okay. Just checking and seeing who else is here. Mary's here. And AC. Mercedes, are you here? You say you would like some advice and some healing. What kind of advice are you looking for? Mercedes. Enfys Tarot, you're still here. So you're asking about how best to help your son. Is your son an adult? Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. Hi, Mary. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate your subscription and for letting me know, because I will make sure I enter you into the draw. So yeah, so I was just asking a couple questions of other people. Mary, let's get into yours. So what came up for you was the moth, and it says surrender now. What's interesting is I'm hearing surrender to the light. Surrender to the light. Again, it's like this is about easy. It's about easy. And so they're just saying, I feel like you've got some stuff that you need to surrender, and it's like, yeah, I know that, but how? So sometimes when we know that we need to let things go, but it's difficult because we have resistance to that. And usually that resistance relates to safety, our sense of safety. And it's not always safe to let go. It doesn't always feel safe to surrender, because somewhere in the past you might have done that and something happened, and then it basically told you this is not safe to do that. So for you, Mary, you're being called to surrender. And the way that we surrender is, first we have to validate the resistance that we might feel, or even the anger that we feel. It's all valid. It doesn't even matter if it's logical. So you guys, when we know that we need to surrender, and we know that we might have some anger or resistance about it, and in our head we go, I should be able just to let this go. Don't be such a baby. Like, we have these little self-talk conversations, right? And it's like, don't be such a baby, or don't make such a big deal out of nothing. And yet emotionally it's a big deal. So you can't talk yourself out of this. The subconscious mind, or the inner child, is not on board. So in order to get that part of us on board, we have to Validate the resistance, because the resistance or the anger is a protection mechanism. It is actually protecting you, and it has helped you get to where you are right now. This is how you've survived it. So give that part that feels resistant just some gratitude. Like, just take a few deep breaths, breathing into your heart space, allowing the resistance. I give you permission to feel resistant in my body. Sometimes that doesn't feel safe because we think we're going to lose it. But most of the time, actually, that's not true. We're not going to. The validation lets it go, actually helps it to go, oh, and you'll find that the resistance will then begin to let go. So the moment we shine the light in and we validate the resistance, and understand that it's there to protect us, it will actually move and let it go itself. We don't have to force ourselves even to surrender. We can come to that place by transmuting and transforming the emotions that we might be feeling associated with that. So the beautiful thing here is that when you validate that, then you can ask the part of you that feels resistant, how can I help you feel a little better? What do you need? When you ask the question, what do you need? Usually that part of you will tell you. It'll say, I need a hug, or like, maybe you were a teenager and you needed a lock on your door, but your parents wouldn't let you. Like, this is the time when you can allow yourself to put the lock on the door for the teenage part of you that might have needed that. It's like, so you go back and you can reparent that part of you and give that part of you what it needs, and let it feel what it feels like to have what it needs. So by nurturing yourself, then what'll happen is it's like, okay, how are you doing now? I'm good. Let's go play. Let's go do something else. That's the inner child. It's like, it's okay. We're good. We're over it. You know, the resistance is lessened or is gone oftentimes. And what will happen then is then the you, that's the adult you, can actually step forward or can let go. So by giving attention and nurturing that part of us, the inner child, or even like a pain in our body, by nurturing that and giving it attention, it no longer needs to send the signal that something doesn't feel good or safe. It will immediately then begin to build trust with this part of you and merge into this part of you, because you need the energy of that part of you that's resisting. You need that energy. Actually, you need the child energy, you need the teenager energy, whatever that might be, to be able to move forward. You need that playfulness. So anyway, so that's what I feel, is important for you, Mary, is just, how do you do it, right? So you can come back and have a listen later if you want, and kind of go through that process. It's going to take a little time. This is like a quick little, here's how you do it. And it's a great thing for all of us. I practice this all the time, and it's extremely useful. I can move through things sometimes within minutes and then get on with the rest of my day, right? So yeah, beautiful. Okay, I hope that helps. All right, so Enfys Tarot. Yes, okay, so let's just go back to you. So you were saying, okay, so your son is at home. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm not sure if he's old, like if your son is actually an adult or not, but what I hear is leave him alone. That's what I was hearing, and I'm like, so I'm hearing the advice is there is something connected to his soul needing some space to evolve. He needs some space to grow. And what I'm hearing is like, let him come to you. So it's like, don't be careful not to force your opinions or the conditioning that you have had in the past on him. They're saying he is different. He's a different person. He's different from you, and his needs are different as well. So it feels like for you as a parent, there's an ability for you to become more sensitive in terms of how you can support him. And I feel like it feels like he is quite independent. So he needs to be able to buy into something, meaning he needs to feel like he has support or he has some options, and that he'll buy into it by actually feeling like he gets to have a say. So it just feels like he needs an invitation without being pushed or pressured to do something. So I feel like that's creating some conflict for you both. And what I'm hearing for him as well is just that he's got some inner turmoil going on, but it can't be forced out of him. It needs to be nurtured and gently coaxed, but in a way that helps him to feel like he's the one doing it. He's the one making the effort, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps. Awesome. Okay, let's see. So Christiane, sorry. Christiane says, will I get the job? So this is really interesting because I feel like the guides are like, this is not about a yes, no question, really. It feels like this is more about you connecting with what you truly want. It feels like there is a possible yes here on the job. I'm not going to say yes or no because timelines and things like that can change a lot. It does feel like there's definitely a possibility. So here's the thing. I feel like your guides are like, if you want the job, then you need to own it already. You need to show up. You need to be in the energy as if you already have the job, that you are the person. So it's more related to your energy rather than just like a yes, no. And it feels like whatever this job thing is that you're going for, this is going to be temporary. It's not a long-term thing for you. It feels like, because they're saying create. So there's something around getting creative, or they're saying multiple streams of income for you. So it's not that you want to have a completely divided focus, but it feels like they're saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket, Christiane, if that makes sense. That's what I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, who else? Enfys Tarot makes sense. Okay, great. I hope that helps. Yeah, Lori says listening and loving the energy. Awesome. I love the energy. If it wasn't for you guys, it would make for a really boring conversation with myself. So thank you so much for being here and watching and listening. Is there anybody else here who would like a reading? And if not, I'm going to just do a little collective reading at the end here. So just let me know if you're still here. Christiane says, yes, thank you. Yeah, perfect. Lori says, is my move in the same area or city? They're just like, do you want it to be? Do you want it to be? What's so interesting to me is the fact that the guides often, like, we want a yes, no answer, but they're like, open this shit up. Like, open up to what you want. Like, what do you want? What do you want? It's like we're really being asked in this season, what is it that you would like? Permission to explore, permission to adventure, permission to create. Yeah. I just heard them say, that's the collective message. I love it. I love it. That is hilarious. The collective message is, you guys, open that shit up. It's like, they're like, open it up. Open up to what is really, they're just like, whatever you're thinking, it's still too small. Whatever you're thinking, it's too small. Think bigger, think bigger. This is for everybody. Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, and the B comes up again. It says, sweet results await. This is confirmation. What was just said, what I shared. Sweet results await as we open up to like what is really possible. It's not, can I have this? It's, how can I have it? How can it be? We open up the end saying how, not like, how can this be? Not like that, but How can this be how can this be possible? They're like, you can have your cake and you can eat it too. They're still saying, open that shit up. I think they're doing it because that lightness, that playfulness, right? It's like, don't be so serious. Let go of the seriousness, people. Yeah, they're just coming in. So I'm just gonna, okay. They're just like, let go of the seriousness. Life is more about fun and joy and being who you are than what you do. What you do is an extension of who you choose to be as this avatar. But it is ultimately not all that you are. And so the limitations, as this vessel was talking about before, any limitation that you feel is a lie. It is simply a belief or a perception related to lack. And when you are in lack, you then cannot see what is truly possible for you because you don't believe that you have it or this is happening to you. So then you remain within a victim state of consciousness. Life is happening to me. Who is to blame for this? Forgiveness is very powerful in this. Forgiveness will help support you in being able to move out of the state of victim consciousness, even the forgiveness of self, even the forgiveness where you feel that you have done certain things to your body, where you have lived in a certain way, or maybe you have felt that you have squandered your money or made choices that were mistakes. Dear ones, nothing is a mistake. It is only an experience. And you can create a new reality that is yours. It is yours for the choosing. It is yours. So simply just step in, just change the channel, dear ones. The old stories and the old patterns and all the other channels and the other timelines will still play out, but you can choose to be watching and living within another channel, another frequency. So today we say, let all that shit go and choose for yourself the new reality that you want. Understand, however, that when you choose the new reality and you act as if you have it, you become that person. You behave the way that they would behave. Future you, we're talking about here. You behave that way. You get up in the morning. What are they doing? What are they wearing? Step into your future self. You can reverse engineer future self to who you are right now and match that. And just understand that when you begin to make that choice and you choose to be on that new timeline, you will also, the universe will create an initiation process for you to truly embody that. So what will happen then is the universe will say, oh, okay, so now you've chosen to go here on this path, and this is what you're embodying. Let us help prepare you through a series of situations that will help you grow so that you really truly embody that. You see, it's not just waving a magic wand. This is about the embodiment piece. You are not who you think you should be or where you want to be, because where you are is perfect. You are perfect just as you are. There is nothing more needed, dear ones. This isn't about fixing yourself. This is not about trying to move through everything so you can get to the destination. This is about creating those moments where you experience the emotion that is associated with the achievement of it. However, it really ultimately feeds into the evolution of the soul, of who you truly are. which cannot fit within this body, dear ones. So we would say to you, just understand that many of you, sometimes this can take years to manifest and embody because there is so much conditioning that has to be moved through. So for some of you, we would say to those who are hanging on, and you've been hanging on and hanging on and hanging on and hanging on, hang in there. Hang in there some more. Stay consistent with what it is you are manifesting and what it is you are becoming, because it is a process of the dropping off of the conditioning and also stepping into the embodiment of the more authentic you that is coming forward and that is being born. So when you are experiencing different situations that feel challenging to you, the question that is most helpful to ask is this: what is it that is wanting to be born in me and through me in this situation? What is wanting to be birthed? What is wanting to be born? That is the question. That opens you up to the opportunity and the ability to see the opportunity that is right in front of you, even through those challenges. So, dear ones, today, as we are here with you, know that you are so deeply loved and you are deeply supported. And as this vessel was speaking about earlier, there is ferocious love, protective love. There is many different types of love that is of one energy, of source energy. And we would leave you with this: you also are love. You are abundance. Abundance and love go hand in hand. And so if you can connect with the love for something that you are wanting to manifest, then you are connecting to the abundance that is also there for you to embody that and to truly step into it. So this is your time of awakening into the new you. Would the real you please stand up? And though in this moment we have so much love for you, please understand that you can call upon us. You can ask for help anytime, and you will receive it. Ask and you shall receive, dear ones. That is all for now. And with that, we are complete. Thank you all so much for watching. I had no idea. I felt like they were going to come in and channel something, but through me. And I hope that is really helpful to many of you. Know that you are loved and much appreciated. And I will send out a message letting everybody know when I'm going live next. It may be some regular Wednesday evenings or something like that. We'll see. So I will keep you posted, and I'm here if you need support, if you want a session, healing session. I do all kinds of sessions, and I love to just bring in everything and whatever is needed to help support you. Feel free to get in touch. My website is www.newbeginningshw.ca. And feel free to send me a message or book a session. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye for now. I have to end.